A chest press is a very basic movement pattern that we're going to continue to see different variations of. It doesn't matter if it's a neutral chest press with our elbows really tucked and flared, or a traditional chest press with our elbows in that scapular plane, meaning our shoulders are in that natural and protected position. What we're not looking for here is for our elbows to be completely flared as we take that chest press, because that's not in the scapular plane, and that's putting a lot of pressure on a joint that's easily compromised. So using a barbell as an example first, notice I'm already naturally in that scapular plane. We want that weight to rise and fall along our chest line. So we're not trying to have it over our face, we're trying to have it over our chest line. Another thing to keep in mind with a barbell, it's really easy for that barbell to roll backwards, and now we're hyperflexing our wrist, which is not great because eventually that wrist is going to start having problems. So what we want to do is we want to roll that bar forward, so now it's in between our thumbs and the palm of our hand. If you'll notice, my feet are slightly on the ground. Now, I'm a short person, and so you might be able to get your entire foot on the ground, which is great. I can only get my toes on the ground. And so what this is going to do is allow me to, when I reach that failure position, be able to use my feet to push off on, to use that force in order to really lift to my true potential. Obviously, there are extremes for everything. And so I'm sure you're going to see people at your gym, if you work out at a gym, who really take that curvature to another level. It's not necessary, but it can be helpful if we're trying to PR or if we're really just trying to push ourselves to make sure that we're getting the most out of the movement. Now, dumbbells are going to allow for just a little bit more variety that a barbell just simply can't provide. So we might see variations that show a neutral chest press position in which my wrists are faced together, but you're likely never going to see me program a chest press where our elbows are completely flared. Because again, it's not a natural position for your shoulder to be in. It puts your shoulder in a compromised position, and it reduces your energy and strength output. So the risk isn't worth the reward. In a traditional chest press position with dumbbells, we're still in that scapular plane. We're not completely flared. We're not necessarily neutral unless otherwise specified. We're in that 45-degree angle, middle of the road. We're simply allowing our weight to track along our chest line. Elbows and shoulders are in that scapular plane. And similarly, if you are using a bench, you can absolutely make sure that we have a little bit of that curvature of our lower back to just allow us to really produce a little bit more force, to get a little bit more strength out of that movement. So no matter if you're using a barbell or dumbbells, scapular plane, weight tracks along your chest line, and we're paying attention to those form cues and the name of the exercise to really differentiate between, are we in that neutral position or are we just in a traditional chest press position? And that's Chest Press 101.